back, let's go. Set the pace, watch me steal the show. Higher ground, yeah, I'm rising fast. This is my moment, it's built to last. Keep the focus, keep the drive.
Welcome everyone to the Balanced, Beautiful, and Abundant Show. I'm your host, Rebecca Whitman, helping you go from burned out and overwhelmed to balanced, beautiful, and abundant. I'm so happy you're here today, and we have a very exciting episode in store for you. My guest is Jodi Geline. Welcome to the show, Jodi.
Thanks for having me, Rebecca. Happy to be here.
So good to see you again. I had the honor of being on Jodi's virtual summit, and I just love what she was about. I love the conversation. So I wanted to continue it on my show. And Jodi is a healthcare expert. She is known for helping people age healthier, banish bloat and IBS to reclaim their health permanently. She discovered her methodology through her own health issues. She went from looking 9 months pregnant to a flat stomach. She now teaches her signature flat stomach formula. And after 19 years of being a health coach, she can definitely help you get your health to the next level. So Jodi, let's talk about your origin story. How did you end up being a health coach, and what was your own journey to your digestive distress and healing that?
So it's interesting because literally, I think I don't remember my age, but I might have been like, 11, 12, 13-ish years old. And I grew up in this teeny town in Upper Michigan. And there was this sanatorium, this place where people went, and it was a big place considering this tiny town, where people went when they were sick. They kind of lived in a hospital, and it didn't matter your age. And we'd visit people. And I mean, they weren't well, And I remember thinking, I will never end up in a place like that. I will never end up in a place like that. And that was my intention, that, okay, take care of myself, right? The body. And so I feel like that was so impactful for me, so health's really always been my passion, health and self-development since I was 22. So I started learning about it and doing things. I grew up with a lot of trauma and abuse. And so I was trying to overcome my childhood trauma. Well, it wasn't until I got married, that it was right before I got married, that all of a sudden I was starting to have digestive issues, and it would be kind of off and on, bloating and not feeling comfortable in my body. And then after I got married, within a couple months, it was like, boom, my stomach looked 9 months pregnant. And it was always that way. It wasn't like, oh, it was up and down. I wake up in the morning, it's flat. No, it was huge. For 19 years, I dealt with this. And and it wasn't just that my stomach was huge, which is bad enough, right? Because you can't wear the clothes you want and you're trying to hide it all the time. But I was in a lot of pain, sometimes curled up in a fetal position. If I went anywhere, you don't want to go anywhere because it's like, where's the bathroom, Right. And then it was so painful sometimes to breathe. I couldn't even stand up straight sometimes. And so I'd go somewhere and I'd be like pretending I'm okay when I'm like, I can hardly breathe and I'm in pain, so I'm slightly crouched over a little just to relieve the pressure, and, but the worst part, well, I mean, it's all not fun, but I spent hours and hours and hours a day in the bathroom, like hours. It just took over my life, And so I'm like, okay, I know this, right? Let's figure this out. And I did everything under the sun, to try to heal it. And it was so frustrating because I'm like, I know health, like I am good at health. I know health. Why am I not able to heal this? And there were times I wanted to just, punch my belly and just like my fantasy was it would just pop like a balloon and I'll go away, It's like,
Sounds painful.
Yeah, it's crazy, but this is like, you want it gone.
Yeah.
And also, why is my body doing this? Why isn't it cooperating? It just didn't make sense. So ended up getting a divorce from my marriage and then right into a relationship after that with a very abusive narcissist. So that was a few years. And it literally got to the point, like, it just brought me to my knees. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I felt like I was going to have a breakdown, I don't even know what that means, but that's like where my mind was at the time. And I'm like, I hit rock bottom, which I had to, right? That's the point where it's like, I said, never again will I let a man abuse me. I was abused by men as a child. So it's like, hitting that rock bottom. And then that was where I went deeper within myself to heal. And I had already done a lot of self-development work. Like, this is my thing, right? I've been doing it forever. But there was a deeper root level that I hadn't gotten to. And so once I did that, and this was just trying to heal from the narcissistic abuse, but I went deeper and all of a sudden my stomach got flat. And I was like,
What coaching or therapy did you use to go deeper in your trauma?
yeah. So well, and I'll tell you, I'll just finish this little piece. It's like when my stomach went flat, I was in shock because I had, 19 years, and I all of a sudden I had the light bulb moment went off, and I was like, oh my God, it was emotional.
Wow.
And so for me, that was so huge because I had done all the things, right? All the things you're supposed to do. But when I realized the emotional component, that was like, yeah, that was such a light bulb moment. So what happened, so how the components of healing was, I had a friend that stayed with me for a time because she wanted to leave her boyfriend. And I'm like, you can stay with me for a time. And she was watching me, and she has a knack for coaching. She's, not a coach, but she has a knack for it. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You're like running around like a crazy person. I'm a single mom at this time too. You're running around like crazy, stressed, you're working, you're not sleeping, like you're going to kill yourself. And she goes, you need to slow down. I said, are you nuts? Like, are you crazy? I can't slow down. I'm a single mom. I got to pay my rent, and, all the reasons and the stories why slowing down is a bad idea. I'll never get stuff done. This is what we're programmed to believe.
Right. The hustle culture. Absolutely.
Yes. And push. And so anyway, in the back of my mind, though, I knew she was right, because I had actually broken my ankle a couple years before, and I felt like, okay, the universe is telling me to slow down, And so so I was like, what the heck? What do I don't know. I don't know how to slow down. It's like, okay, yeah, I know you've got to slow down, but how the hell do you even do it? And it sounds crazy, but it is very hard when you're conditioned in this world to be
go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
How did you slow down?
So what I did, and I call this now my step away method, because I realize how key this was for me. So say I'm like sitting here working at my computer, and the mind da 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 goes, right? The mind da 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 da. And it's like, you can't get out of your mind. So I literally would get up and I would go, sit on my couch, and I would just sit there for a minute and quiet, and then I would come back. And of course the mind still, goes. And then I come back, and then it would go again. And I just started stepping away every time I felt like my mind was out of control with thoughts and whatever. You know how the mind does this. The mind does what it does,
The
right?
monkey mind, right? The chattering.
Yeah, we all have it. Yeah. And so I kept doing that. And then the monkey crazy would start to settle. And yeah, the more I did it, like I say, I was stepping away a lot in the beginning, like a lot.
When you stepped away, what did you do? Did you meditate? Did you walk
I
outside?
just,
Did you just
no,
like
I sat on my couch and tried to just be in quiet for a minute.
just tried to still your mind?
Yep. Yep. And it doesn't have to be complicated, you just can sit there and
And just stop.
yeah.
It's like when
Yeah.
we were little kids, stop, drop, and roll. Like when you feel yourself or the freeze tag, right? You just freeze and be like, okay, let's just take a break, recalibrate, recenter, go to the couch.
Yeah.
And that's your step away method. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, and I go into more detail on my website, but yeah, this I didn't know any other way. Like I tried to meditate, but I felt like I was like, so that was my way to ease into it because my mind was crazy. I was stressed to the max, worried about money, all of that. And this is a lot. This is like probably the majority of people in this world.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah.
And now you help women and a few good men heal their gut issues. So how do you know if your emotions are what is like messing up your digestive health? How can you tell?
If you have digestive issues, it's your emotions. Any symptom in your body, and this is not what we're taught. So this is like,
Yeah.
take it in and digest this, and I'll get into it more. But it's any symptom is your body's way of speaking to you, telling you there's a deeper wound there to heal. Okay. And so if you have a symptom, emotional, right? Thoughts, all of this goes right in your body. If you think of, and if it's a hard concept, so if you think of, say you like this boy and he comes over for a date, he knocks on the door and ooh, you get these butterflies in your belly, like in that instant, right? Well, there's no butterflies in your belly. That's how fast your thoughts go into your body. Literally.
It's like gut brain access. Like
Yeah.
your gut is literally your second brain.
Yes.
So why are the emotions getting caught in your gut and not in other parts of your body? Or are they everywhere? You just feel them the most in your gut.
Yeah. They can be everywhere. And a gut is a good indicator because this, like you said, that's the connection. So, yeah. So it's like when you have things that happen when you're younger, and we all have stuff, right? It's a lot of trauma in this world, and it's not an easy world to be in. And when things happen, and maybe you had the best of parents, but it's how you interpret it. Or you could have things in school, right? So it's all the mind interpreting, which creates the emotions of, oh, I'm not enough, or whatever the interpretation is. But these wounds left unhealed, and of course, you don't know what to do when you're young, or maybe you don't even speak about it. So the unresolved emotions, they get trapped in the body.
Mm-hmm.
The energy, this is all energy. So, and energetic, like I'll add a component in here from what I spoke about before to help you understand this. It's like a man, like I was talking about the narcissist, okay, and I healed that. A man like that, a narcissist, would never show up in my space, right? I have healed, and I do not resonate on that level anymore. But I did, right, from my childhood wounds.
You healed, and then you change your vibration. We're going to hold that thought. This is really juicy.
Okay.
I am going to cut to a quick commercial break. Everyone, you're watching the Balanced, Beautiful, and Abundant show. We're going to go to a quick break. And when we come back, Jodi is going to talk about how she healed her gut from being with a narcissist. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
How clean is the water you're drinking and bathing in? If you call Aquasana Water today, they'll provide you with a free assessment telling you the condition of your tap water. Aquasana sells whole house water filters starting at $1,000. Isn't that worth it to have a 10-year supply of filtered, cleaner water? Aquasana water filters tackle chlorine taste and odor and can reduce contaminants like viruses, lead, forever chemicals, and microplastics, depending on the system you purchased. So make the free call, find out the condition of your water, and make your water cleaner the Aquasana way. It's a smart decision for you and your family and a must for a healthy home. Get a whole house Aquasana water system starting at $1,000 for your entire home. Call and find out the condition of your water with a free water assessment. 800-925-6029. 800-925-6029. 800-925-6029. That's 800-925-6029.
Hey, beautiful soul. It's Rebecca here, your magnetic abundance mentor. If you've been feeling stuck, burned out, or like you're living a life that's fine but not fabulous, we need to talk. My one-on-one coaching isn't just your typical check the boxes program. It's a total mind, body, soul, and money makeover customized just for your goals. Today will unlock your next level abundance in love, health, wealth, and happiness. You'll leave every session feeling centered, confident, and wildly magnetic to everything you desire. So, if you're ready to stop playing small and start living the bold, balanced life you know you're meant for, let's do this. Schedule your breakthrough call today. It's free, it's fun, and it might just change everything. Hey there, are you ready to manifest your dream life and actually start living it? I'm inviting you to join me for the Manifest Your Dream Life retreat at a luxury wellness spa tucked away in Mexico's stunning wine country. Picture this. You have your own private villa surrounded by rolling lavender hills. You're sipping healthy smoothies and matchas and reconnecting with the version of you that's bold, balanced, and beautifully aligned. Not only will we unlock your next level of abundance in all 7 pillars, but you'll also indulge in nourishing spa cuisine, vitamin drip therapy to recharge your body, and a luxury massage at an award-winning spa. It's all inclusive. All you need to do is get to San Diego and a luxury vehicle will whisk you away to paradise. This is your chance to realign, recharge, and radically uplevel your life in total luxury. You deserve it. Spots are limited, so claim yours now and let's make magic together. Just click the pillar link in the show notes to reserve your villa today.
Don't look back, let's go. Set the pace, watch me steal the show. Higher ground, yeah, I'm rising fast. This is my
Welcome back, everyone. We are talking to Jodi Geline. She is an expert on all things health, especially gut health. And she is going to talk about when she changed her vibration and healed the trauma, she was no longer attracting narcissists. So go on, Jodi.
Yeah. Yeah. So wherever you resonate, that's what shows up in your life, which you talk a lot about. And so, I mean, that's just an example of the wounding. When the wounds are still inside, it creates a denseness in your body, right? You're vibrating at a low level. And people may be familiar with the scales of consciousness. Like I used to be in shame a lot of my life from abuse. And that is the lowest level you can be at. And it's not that you're out in the world. Like I was very successful. I started in the corporate world, worked my way up to an assistant vice president of a bank. You know what I mean? You're out there in the world. It's not like I'm wounded and I'm, trauma.
Right.
Right.
You're not leading with your emotional pain, but
Yeah.
it's just like trapped in the body. So even
Yes.
though you may not even be conscious of it, your body is remembering it.
Yes, it is remembering and holding on. And so it starts to come out as symptoms, trying to get your attention. And we think something's wrong with the body. So we might go get a prescription or we might, exercise more. And, of course, exercise is good, and a prescription can maybe
puts a Band-Aid on it.
yes, as I say, temporary maybe relief to get by, but yeah, it's a Band-Aid fix for sure. And yeah, so it's not going to heal you. I mean, have they ever healed? I mean, people are on them for years and years and years and years. That's not healing.
Yes.
It's not healing, So there's a big difference. So the key is to release the emotions that are trapped in the body in order to heal. So like when I was saying, back when I when I healed my stomach after having tried for 19 years, the deeper emotional healing is what allowed it to release out of the body. I had no idea. I mean, we know stress affects us. We all hear it. We know it. Yeah, it affects us, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, it's in my body. Well, I'm telling you, there is a difference between knowing something and embodying it, like knowing it. It's a total different energy. Like we can know a lot of things, but that doesn't mean anything, right?
But how do we get the trapped emotions out of our body? What are your methods?
Yeah. So, reducing the stress, right? Getting out of the mind. And then I have like different techniques that I help people to, when I'm working one-on-one with them, to help them release that emotion out of the body. So it's having to get a little deeper, and it's not that you have to remember all the things that happened to you. Listen, I blocked out 95% of my childhood. I still do not remember, but I healed. Okay. So it's not like that. Like you got to hash all this stuff out, right? We
Not
go
like
in the body.
psychotherapy where you have to bring up all your childhood trauma. So
Yeah.
So how do you know if you've released the negative emotions?
Your body heals.
So is this about like healing your nervous system, like stretching muscles? Like what is the healing process? I know that my listeners are very how-to oriented. They're going to
Well, I mean, like I'd have to go. There's a process, right? It's not like, oh, and then you're good, right?
And you heal.
Yeah. It's all about, helping the nervous system, helping you feel safe in your body. Where are you feeling it in your body? One of the things when I'm working with people, I'm a somatic intuitive, so I can literally feel what they're feeling in their body.
You can feel when they're holding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'll sometimes I don't say, and sometimes I do, and I'll be like, or I'll ask, where are you feeling that right now? And they'll tell me, like, yeah, I know, I know, I feel it. I tune into people. That's part of my.
When did you realize you had this ability to tune into people's pain body and know where it is in the body?
Yeah, through like coaching, like all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, I feel it, and then they'll talk and I'll be like, well, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Sometimes I will literally, I'll start to cough. This is how my body wants to get stuff out. I start to cough and sometimes I'll even retch. Like when I was in my deeper healing with myself, I don't do that with clients, but I'll start coughing. I'm like, something's wanting to come out of your body right now. Like it will come to me and I'll be like, oh yeah, that is wanting to come out. Yeah.
What does retch mean? Coughing without throwing up?
Yeah. Like the throwing up motions without anything coming out.
And that's a serious purge.
Yeah. It's like the energy of it or something.
Yeah.
I used to be like, what the heck? I mean, I had it quite a bit for years ago, like, oh my God, like what is happening to me, Yeah. But the more I coach, the more I do this, the more, right. The deeper, this, right. When you work in this field, like even knowing the energy piece, like, right. Knowing it, but it's like, oh, so huge. Like you just get it at a deeper and deeper and deeper level. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
So what is your detox protocol? I was looking at your Instagram today and you have a highlight reel called Detox. What is your detox protocol? Is it like
Well,
Yeah, go ahead. Take it from here.
yeah, detox. So detox can be a lot of things, right? Detoxing from your emotion, not a lot, but detoxing from your emotions. Okay. Because your mind and detoxing your mind will take control of you. Your mind will take over if you let it. That's why the stepping away starts to quiet that mind. I mean, if you do nothing, do that, right? Because that will create so much havoc in your body, and you know it. You know it because you feel it, right? Because you can get sick to your stomach thinking about things. So yeah. So, and then detox also, I'm a believer in fasting. I've been fasting for many, many, many years. And so,
How long do you fast for?
I do at least 2 weeks.
Oh my, I could never even imagine doing 2 days. Like you
Yeah.
fast for 2 weeks, water only?
I'll do water for a couple days and then juice.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I know, right? And the first time I fasted, I was like, okay, it's all a mental game. It is a mental, this is not physical. Seriously, it's mental. So you've got to psych yourself up mentally. And I know it's like whenever I do a juice fast, I swear I eat more the day before I decide, okay, I'm going to do a juice fast tomorrow. And then I eat more that day. It's like, it's a mental game. But I'm telling you, once you're on it, it's not as bad as you think. Because we can't even imagine not eating.
Yeah. I mean, I cannot even, I've tried 1 day, 3 day, 5 day juice fast, and they've all been so hard for me.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine doing 2 weeks. But so this is how someone could reset their gut if they have a really bad.
It'll help relieve some of the symptoms, but you still have to do the emotional.
Of course, of course.
But the detox is even more than just it's like the whole body, right? The foods today they've always been bad, but they're worse today than ever.
Oh yeah, there's so many pesticides and herbicides, additives, preservatives. It's crazy. So
crazy.
Do you make your own juice, or do you recommend going to a certain juice company? Or
no, I make my own. That way, you're getting the enzymes.
What's in your juice formula?
I like to do more fruits because I used to do more veggies, but you don't get a lot of juice out of a veggie. Yeah. So I'm so used to it now. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just do different fruits. And maybe sometimes I'll do carrots and, things like this, but I find you don't get as much out of the veggies, but they're important, right? I'm not saying don't do that, because do it. I'm just so experienced at it. I'm like, okay, let's do the juice, get it done, boom. And then,
So how often do you do a 2-week juice fast?
Every few months.
Amazing. Wow. Yeah. I admire that. So, I know you're all about the emotion, but are there certain foods that we can avoid that are destroying our gut?
I mean, I always say it's not the food, but it is. But is food very important, right? And I say it's not the food because we always think it's the food. I went through it for years, barely eating, and it wasn't the food. Foods that I couldn't eat then, I can eat now because I healed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, processed foods and right? Even the Doritos and the chips and these kind of things. You don't think it really affects you, but it is. So yeah, anything packaged and processed, if you can avoid. And it's like, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, who has time to cook? It takes so long. But if you're a mom, this is one thing I did with my daughter. I make cooking an experience. So when I was with her, I would have her be involved, and that was our time together, right? Because we're trying to get things done. Well, then you're like missing out on the time together or with your spouse, and you can make it a more of an intimate experience of just creating together, like being with your food versus, God, food's something I got to get done, shove it in. And no, that is not good for the gut in the body, because you're doing things quick and fast, and where if you make it an experience, and maybe it'll take time to get there, but like my daughter's a great cook now, so that really conditioned her to eat well. I've never given her crap, right? Never. And because kids will eat what you give them from day one, And
I mean,
so,
go ahead.
no, yeah, it's okay.
You live in the Midwest. You live in Wisconsin. It's not actually like a pinnacle of holistic health. Like when you go out to eat, when you're on a road trip, when you're like, how do you take care of your health?
Yeah. Yeah. Road trip is harder because sometimes you have to eat whatever they have, but you can still make choices that are less processed, even on the road, but yeah, I actually get a CSA. I get a community share agriculture, and I have, it's like fresh from the garden, and they're everywhere around the
Community garden, where everybody gets like a little corner, or everybody shares what they plant, or how does that work?
No, this is actually from a farm, an organic farm. Yeah.
Wow.
And they have them everywhere. CSA, it's community share agriculture. If you look it up.
Oh, CSA. Okay. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
So you can get organic food from a farm?
And it is unbelievably good. Like, you do not want to cook your food because it tastes so good raw. So good.
Do they deliver it, or do you have to go to the farm and pick it up?
They deliver it like 4 blocks from me, like they'll deliver it around the city, but mine's like really close.
Oh, CSA.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So do you also avoid dairy? Do you avoid coffee? Like, are there other things
I drink coffee. I drink coffee. Yeah. And I'm very all natural. I always say my one vice is I color my hair. I know that's bad, but I color my hair.
Oh no, that's my vice too. I mean, women want to go like gray, like more for them, but I'm not signing up for that.
No,
so we're going to cut to a quick break. We'll be right back. Everyone, thank you so much. You're listening to the Balanced, Beautiful, and Abundant show. And this is Rebecca Whitman taking you from burned out and overwhelmed to balanced, beautiful, and abundant. We'll be right back.
People ask all the time, who the heck is Low Cost Airlines? Well, we're not just one airline. When you're talking to us, you're talking to everyone. We are the discount supermarket for all airline tickets. Plus, we have all the airlines and always have the best prices. American, Delta, United, plus all the specialized international airlines and a lot more. And we make it easy. We guarantee you'll talk to a live human in 60 seconds. You can have the rates you need and have your trip booked in 5 minutes. Now, how cool is that? And remember, when you're talking to us, it's like talking to every single airline available with one fast phone call. All you need to do is call and find the best prices to fly wherever it is you want to go. So are you ready? Call Low Cost Airlines right now. 800-451-8603. 800-451-8603. 800-451-8603. That's 800-451-8603.
Hey there, fellow travelers. It's me, the Hotel Whiz. Before you go anywhere, call me day or night for hotel rates too low to publish. I'll save you up to 75% on over 500,000 hotels across the globe. You see, I've already done the research, so you don't have to spend time online trying to find the best deal. That's up to 75% off. Just call me, the Hotel Whiz. It's a free call, and you get instant access to rates too low to publish with no cancellation fees.
Make a free call now and save up to 75% off your hotel rooms the next time you're going somewhere for business or pleasure. Call the Hotel Whiz now and get instant access to rates too low to publish. 800-590-1163. 800-590-1163. 800-590-1163. Call the Hotel Wiz right now for rates too low to publish. 800-590-1163.
Okay, can I be real for a second? You're out there crushing it in some areas of your life, but in others, it's like a hot mess express. Sound familiar? Here's the thing. You're not just meant to survive, you're meant to thrive. And that's exactly what I help my clients do in my coaching program. Together, we'll tackle all 7 pillars of abundance, because who wants killer abs but a dumpster fire of a bank account? Or a thriving career but 0 in the romance department? Yeah, no thanks. I'm inviting you to schedule a breakthrough call with me. No pressure, no awkward sales pitch, just you, me, and a chance to figure out why you're stuck and how to get unstuck. So stop doom scrolling and start doing something about it. Click the link in the show notes and let's start giving you your best, most bougie life. You in?
Don't look back, let's go. Set the pace, watch me steal the show.
Welcome back, everyone. We are talking to Jodi Geline about her flat stomach method. So what is the flat stomach method?
The flat stomach formula.
The flat
It
stomach
is- Flat stomach formula. Yeah, it is healing the wounds. It is healing the past unresolved trauma that's trapped in the body, that energy.
Mhm.
Everything's energy.
Mhm.
That energy is trapped in there. So releasing that, lowering your stress, getting out of your mind. And yes, what you eat is important, getting away from the processed, even though the emotions are actually the key to healing.
Mhm.
These all will heal the body because you're releasing it. And it's really understanding a symptom is your body's way of speaking to you.
It's your check engine light.
Yes.
But we're taught to ignore them or like mask it with a medication, but that is, the symptoms are your body's way of speaking to you.
Yeah.
So I know you're also big on the pro-aging or aging in reverse movement. What are some of your tips or protocols to age in reverse?
Yeah. So some of the stuff I talked about, okay. Yes. Detoxing, you're not going to like that one. because when you eat certain things, it will create inflammation in the body.
Right.
And people are more inflamed than they realize. So if you and I went through this, I remember I had inflammation where I'd go down the stairs in the morning and I have to take one step at a time till my body started to come around, walking, and it was inflammation. So, inflammation can create pain. Inflammation creates aging, heart disease, all of that stuff. And it's like, well, how do I know I'm inflamed? Even if you wake up in the morning and your hands, you can tell, you feel it. Like if you do this and they feel a little tight, there's inflammation in your body. You can see the puffiness in your face, your eyelids in the morning. If I eat something that I know isn't, say I'm traveling and maybe I have a little bit of cheese or something like that, which I know inflames me, I'll see it in my eyelids in the morning. Like they're puffy, right? They're fatter than,
puffy, yeah. Or you get more under eye circles.
Yeah. That, yep. And so that, creates, it stays in the body. Okay. I'm coming back. I was thinking of something else I wanted to say, so then I'm not focused. The inflammation creates the aging. So being able to get rid of the inflammation is key. It's another big component to aging, getting the nutrients you need. specific supplements that your body needs, because we don't get it from our food. We just don't.
What supplement should everybody be taking?
I have this amazing protein powder that I take that's a whole other topic with my heart issues when I was in my early 20s that really turned my health around. And I take things like vitamin E, something called Carotamax. It's got antioxidants in it, vitamin C, multivitamin. Yeah. Like these
Who makes the
things.
protein powder?
Huh?
Who makes the protein powder that you love?
Shaklee Corporation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And how long have you been drinking that?
For over 25 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The supplements keep me from aging. Big time.
I'm so big into supplements too.
Yeah.
And then what is your hidden secret that most people that listen to the show, we do know a lot about health protocols. What is a secret that we might not know that will help us heal our body?
Oh, that's a good question. It's not like one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a combination of things. So detox is a big one. I think I say that because that's the one that people avoid the most.
Is there another way to detox without doing a juice fast? Like
you could do intermittent
hot yoga. Yeah. Tell us about intermittent fasting. Tell us because not everybody has the mental discipline to do a fast.
Yeah. Well, and I can help people with that. I actually have a website that talks about that, but yeah, so you could do like where you eat in a short window of time and then you fast the rest of that time, meaning you don't eat. So you should go at least, it could be 12 and 12. Mm-hmm. So if you say you stop eating at 7 at night, you could start eating at 7 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. That's
but
very doable.
Yeah, it's doable for sure. Ideally, if you could do a few more hours of less eating, that will be more ideal for your body.
Even if it's only a few times a week, that would help with the devastation. So what would be a good eating window and fasting window if you wanted to be a little more detoxifying than just the 12 and 12?
Like 16
and 8. So if you eat like between, 11 to 7, which I think is totally doable, and then or 10 to 6, and then fast the other hours, and that would help you with the inflammation.
Yes. Inflammation is so much more important than people realize. It is so important. Yeah.
So what is a low inflammation diet? Do you believe in like a Mediterranean diet or keto, or what kind of diet do you recommend to your clients that are dealing with inflammation?
I call it real food.
Okay.
Right? It's like, it's the stuff that we know already in a way, right? Because we know, okay, fruits, veggies, shouldn't eat the processed. It's like eating food that's grown out of the ground, not processed. So eating natural. Okay, you asked me be natural. Yes. You asked me the question, what's the best thing to the number one thing is be all natural. That I am all natural. I didn't even think of that before, but that's how I would answer that now. So natural would be eating what's out of the ground,
What about meat? Do you eat meat or fish?
I don't. You're
a vegetarian?
I do the protein powder. Yeah. Okay. Vegan. Yeah. I have in the past. And the reason I stopped again, like I was vegetarian for a while, ate meat for a little bit, not a lot, but I kind of did. I just don't trust stuff anymore. Like I don't trust it. I'll just be honest. There's just so much in the food today, and just makes me nervous, so I'm very careful where I source. And I've always been careful where my food is sourced. Not something people think about. Where's my food sourced? It's not a common thought. And I've always thought that. So it's really important to know where your food is sourced.
So if you are on a road trip and you have to run into the gas station and get something, what would you get?
Something like that is a little harder. I've in the past had my protein with me and got an orange juice and dumped it in there, but I know a lot of the orange juices are not always the best, but I might grab a bar, like a Kind bar, which has nuts, more of a healthy type bar. Yeah. If I went out, I mean, I love Thai food. That's like my favorite food. Anything non-American.
Thai food.
Yeah. Non-American food is my favorite. So
Thai food has a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah.
So if you're
eating out, maybe, yeah.
So if you go off the reservation, what is your go-to cheap food?
Wow. If I had a dessert,
mine is pizza.
Yeah. I used to be huge on pizza. I'm much better. If I do a dessert, it would have to be, because cake, I've always loved cake, but it would have to be, cheesecake. I love cheesecake. So it's not about being perfect. I'm not perfect, but for me, the calories have to be worth it. And then I'm fine with it,
what about gum? Does gum destroy the microbiome?
Gum?
Yeah.
I don't eat
about gum. I mean, do you tell your clients? Because I know that I've heard that because gum has so many fake sugars and stuff, and so do certain protein bars, the fake sugars really cause a lot of bloating and mess up your microbiome. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, because anything that so you said fake sugar, right? Remember I said natural. Your body recognizes a natural. It does not know when you put all these chemical, and that's what processed foods, gum, all of that, sugars, which have been processed, your body doesn't recognize it and is fighting against it, which will cause inflammation, and wreak havoc in with the gut and the microbiome, all of that. So natural. Yeah.
If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it, right?
Yeah, right. But we have gotten so far away from natural. Huh?
That is a good rule of thumb.
Yes.
If you can't pronounce it, you don't eat it.
Yep. And there's so much of that.
And what?
And there's so much of that in food.
Oh, I know. And I think it's same as with personal care products, because what you put on your skin goes in your blood. If you can't pronounce it, don't put it in your body as well. So how can you unblock to heal your body?
Yeah. So that is where the trapped energy is in the body.
Yeah.
This is what's really cool. So when you can release those emotions, heal at the root, right? We got to get to the root. That is when you become unblocked, where your body will naturally know how to heal. And I'll tell you, when I work with clients, a byproduct of working with them with this healing of the body, their relationships get better. We're not working on the relationship, but the relationship is better.
It's all connected. That's like my 7-pillar framework that I talked about on your summit. All 7 pillars of life: spirituality, physical, emotional, romantic, mental, social, financial. They all affect each other. So when you are unblocked physically, then you get unblocked in other areas.
Yeah. And I have a 3 video series where I talk about unblock to heal the body, your health, unblock to heal your relationships, unblock to heal your important. your self-confidence. Yeah.
Important. If you could have one phrase that summarizes your philosophy on a billboard, what would it
Mm,
say?
I know it. It just, yes. You have way more control over your health than you have any idea. You have way more control over your health. That is like I could preach this. Like, you have control. We're
Because
taught,
people choose what they put in their body and what
yeah,
they and how fast they're moving through life.
yeah. But we put the authority outside of us, right? This is how we're taught in this world. Oh, that white coat person knows. You know your body more than anybody. How many times have you gone to someone and you're like, but no, wait, that doesn't feel right. No, this is what's going on. You don't understand, right? You know your body. You have way more control. Really do.
Well, you heard it from Jodi Geline. You have way more control of your body than you think. And I know you have a quiz and you're doing this 3-part series on how to unblock yourself. How can people find you online and how can people stay in touch with you?
So there's a link that you will put. There's peaceofmyheart.net, PEACE, peaceofmyheart.net /quiz if you want to take the quiz. And otherwise, they can just go to peaceofmyheart.net or my name. Just, search my name and find my information on my website. Yeah.
Awesome. And what is your name on social media?
Jodi Geline.
Okay. And that's J or not J, Gelin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It doesn't show on here, does it? JODIGELINE. So JODIGELINE.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for being my guest on the show. And thank you, listeners, for being a part of this movement where you can live your life in a way that does not burn you out. You can actually achieve more by slowing down and doing less. And you can go from burned out to balanced, beautiful, and abundant. Please share this show with a friend. We love our listeners. Take a screenshot of us and we'll share it on social media. We appreciate you. And until we meet again, keep your vibe high and magnetized. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
No excuses, I'm all in. Turn it up, let the race begin. Level up, don't look back, let's go. Set the pace, watch me steal the show. Higher ground, yeah, I'm rising fast. This is my...
Hey there, it's Rebecca, your magnetic abundance mentor. Let me ask you something. Are you feeling stuck, burned out, or like life just isn't as juicy as you know it can be? If you're nodding right along, it's time for a breakthrough. My coaching program is designed to help you align your life in all 7 pillars of abundance: spiritual, physical, emotional, romantic, mental, social, and financial. So you can finally live that big, bold, sexy, and adventurous life you deserve. And here's the best part. I'm inviting you to schedule a breakthrough call with me. No pressure, no sales gimmicks, just a genuine chance to experience my coaching firsthand and get crystal clear on what is next for you. Because your best life is not a someday thing, it's a right now thing. So click the link in the show notes to book your breakthrough call and let's start making magic together. Your next level is calling you. Now it's time for some reviews. We so appreciate reviews, and Skate More Now says Rebecca brings the perfect mix of wisdom, warmth, and practical insight. Her approach to burnout, balance, and abundance is refreshingly real and deeply empowering. You can feel how much she cares about helping women rise in every area of life. Grateful for the work she's doing and the light she brings to the conversation.